Hi guys, so today I am doing a shorty set. They're going to be short almonds. I've done these to fit my nails so we can see what they look like on. And these are heavily, like seriously heavily, inspired by Katerina Ketty. I will put a picture of the nails up just about now, hopefully. And they're from a really beautiful tutorial she did. I think it was maybe last year. That I never ended up trying, but I'd kept a picture of. So I went back and had a look at the tutorial and then had a go. And I thought I'd film while I was having the go. So that first layer I've put on is just one layer of like one of those sheer whites. So you could use like stained glass gels like some brands do, but mine was just a cheaper one off Temu. So I've put a layer of base coat on, and you do not cure that. You leave that sucker wet. And we're going in with some teeny tiny shells. In the original, she used like the bluey abalone. Is it abalone shells? But I have some of the coloured ones. So I went with the pinks and the blues to match the colours I'm going to be using. But quite often, if I am doing a set for, like for pictures or a new design I want to try and show you on here, I always pick the longer nails. I thought it'd actually be nice to do a short set. I mean, these could be spring or summer and any time. And there's a lot of people that prefer the shorties, so this one is for the shorty lovers. So you just put as many or as few as you want on. Still don't cure it. And then go in with a couple of gold flakes. Now, I have gold flakes in a couple of shades. And I picked the really gold one. But if I was to go back and do this set again, I think I would pick a paler shade. Or maybe even a different foil. It looked nice when Katharina did it, but I don't know. So that can be cured now. And on a pad, I am just taking some different shades. So that lilac one is Oh My God. This one is Glow Up. These ones are they're all by CJP. And we have Island Sea for the blue. I just wanted some slightly bright, but still, I don't know, kind of pastel colours. It's Daffodil for a yellow. As it is, I also had some colours by Glitterama, and I think it was their spring collection, and oh, that was mint something. Sorry, I missed that one. That's the green. And they have some really beautiful ones. I really think it was a spring collection, but I didn't have all the colours that I wanted. And now I'm just going to take some base coat again. This is quite a base coat heavy design. So put a nice big blob, and I am just going to mix them in to make the colours semi-sheer. If you have a nice big pile of, good God, what they call jelly polishes. The jelly polishes, or if you have any of the sheer, semi-sheer Korean gels, that will work instead of doing this. I do not, so, well, I have some jelly polishes, but I didn't like the shades, so I'm doing it this way. And this is the way she showed on her video anyway. On a side note though, going back to the foils, I actually have a bag of, not a bag, I have a couple of books of foils, and like the gold leaf. I went on eBay and went looking for gold leaf, but in the arts and crafts section rather than the nail art section. And I've basically got a couple of books with all the colours of the rainbow. So I just literally put them into pots and, crinkle them around. So it's a cheaper way to get a lot more of the foils and stuff you would like sometimes if you look in the arts and crafts section rather than the nail section. And there's a lot more choices of colour of foils, some that don't generally come in the nail section. So you put a layer of base coat on, do not cure again because it helps the colours spread and mix, and you just dot them where you'd like. You can pull some up over the shells, and I try to use my brush to kind of blend them in slightly to each other, so it's not just like here's a block of purple sat right next to a block of yellow. I try to just blend the border a little. As you can see, the pink is very pigmented compared to some of them, so I do go back in at some point, I don't know if it shows it, and actually mix some more of the colour into the base coat, because as you can see, I've only mixed like half of it. I've still left some at the sides if I need to darken it. Because you just mix a little at a time until you get your colour, because it saves you just adding more base coat to dilute it when you can just darken it slowly. I have a white which I am also going to mix with base coat because I forgot to put that on my palette earlier. But for this step, you could also use a white alcohol ink, or again one of the jelly polishes, because I know some brands do them in white. CJP does one, they do like a stained glass section and that has a white in it. So thinking about now why I didn't get that out my drawer, I don't know, but we'll go the base coat route. And I've still left a little base coat on my palette as well. So these are going to be, I don't know, I call them like smoky lines. So I just put a couple of those on, and then I take a dab of the base coat and I just smushy up the line and dirty it up. And then it gives like the little, I don't know what it gives, but it gives the smoky effect. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm sat here with my cup of tea and my brain is still not working. But it's my day off and this is as much of a lie-in as I get. So that one is all done and cured. What I'm doing is going in, because obviously the shells are slightly raised, I'm going in with a little bit of a hefty layer of base coat just to make sure it's smooth. And I'm just tipping it to make sure it gives me that nice clean line. Alternatively, if you have rubber base, you could go over with that because it's thicker. Or you could go over with a thin layer of builder gel and it just makes sure everything stays where you put it. So on a separate palette, and this made an unholy mess, base coat and a bunch of flakies. Now I thought it would be easier and less messy to mix the flakies in with the base coat and then paint them on, rather than, you know, base coating the nail and then slapping them on. Because then it goes where you want and you can break them up a little more, you know, while you're mixing it. So technically that is true. But I don't know what happened, but they ended up all over my damn desk. Look. But then again, these pots, I got these from Kylie Awary. They are very full. I mean, you open them and they start to, you can see there when I'm closing them, it just poofs out the sides. But they're beautiful flakes. There's no like, some of them you get them and there's like really huge chunky bits in, but these are nicely broken down into the sizes that you're going to want. You can use as many or as few colours as you want. I just decided to use all 4. I mean, I do have more pots, they're just the ones. They had the most similar colours to the colours that I'd put on the polish. So I just mixed them in. And I'm using that for the next step. And this one is going to be, not like an ombre. last summer, I think, there was a nail thing where you'd have glitter at the cuticle. You'd fade it down slightly, almost like an ombre, but then you would have your colour coming up over that in a thin layer. I'm explaining this really badly, but you'll see when I do it, so it's kind of like an ombre. But instead of the ombre being at the tip of your finger, it's kind of at the cuticle area. I'm really bad at explaining. I hope I've not confused the pants out of you. But that is what we're doing anywho. And I've gone in with Angelic by CJP. It's a lovely pink, but it is sheerer than I would like it to be. I did end up putting quite a few layers on. Not as many up near the top. And I call the top the cuticle. But some more on the ends. And I'm going in with another nail with this as well. I think I put about 3 layers on in total. Now, I don't show it on the video, but your ring finger, I do actually do that the same as the thumb. This is me going in again. I'm just making sure I get the polish near the end. I lost my train of thought then. Nope, still gone. That's it, I did it off camera. I forgot to press record. I have left this at normal speed as well. So we are going in with some colours. And if you didn't catch this, I forgot to put base coat down. But it worked out okay because I suppose it has a tacky layer on it anyway. Unfortunately, I'm out of camera, but basically I'm going to have flowers here. So I'm just painting some random splashes of colour so the petals on my flowers will be multicoloured to match the colours in the thumbnail. Right, I am using gel paint, but you can use polish. And you are outlining your petals. I'm thinking gel polish might have been easier for me. The paint today seemed quite stiff and I'm not sure why. But it is an older pot. I think this pot's maybe 3+ years old. In fact, that pot's like way pre-COVID, so I don't know how many years that is. But it really lasts a long time because a little really does go a long way. I would advise you to watch the original video. I will put the link in the description box. Because her flowers are stunning. They are really, really good. And I am nowhere near there yet. I still need a lot of practice with the flowers. So for this part, I'm really probably not the best person to follow along with, to be perfectly honest. But I would definitely watch her video and I'd definitely give it a try. This really is a beautiful design. And thinking about it realistically, if you changed... So I've done everything on a pink base and a milky white. But if you change that pink, like I have on this, to a nude, I think you could still keep the white or change it to like a milky yellow. Instead of the brights that I've put on, like the pinks and the blues and the purples, you could change them to coppers, golds and browns, and you could do this as an autumn set as well. So instead of having flowers, you could turn those into leaves. And with the gold foil, you could also have the bronzes. And it'd also make a stunning design. So it still is versatile if you wanted to keep the design almost the same. That is another way to do it. And you can get the different coloured shells. I have a pack from Temu or Shein. And it has like more rounded shell pieces in, but they're all in shades of beige and brown, so they could be put in the middle as well. That was a really good idea. I might have to write that down so I actually don't forget it. and I remember to do it at some point in the future. Does anybody else have a little notebook or random scraps of paper because they are out and they see something, or they just, you know, like when you space and you get random ideas and you just think, oh, that's a really great idea, but you know you're going to forget in 5 minutes time, so you just write yourself a little note. See, now these flowers are even worse than the first go. Yeah, I definitely need more practice. But some days you just have it and some days it just doesn't do. Or at least for me anyway. So, as you can see, I've done the ring finger off camera. And I added some of the sparkle flakes to that one as well. So thank you very much to all of you that have watched. I really hope you give this design a try. And do not forget to check out Katerina Ketty's video. I will put the link in the description box. She has some absolutely stunning nail designs. This one is one of my most favourites. If you keep watching till I have finished top coating, you will see them on my fingers and see what they look like, a nice shorty design. Please leave a like, it helps my channel grow. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And do not forget to check out my huge giveaway that I did a few videos back. It is open internationally. I have a box for the UK and I have a box for international postage. Both are jam-packed full of nail art stuff, and the rules are in the description box to that video. So watch it through and just follow the steps to be in with a chance with winning. I am only going to be running it for a few more days and then I'm going to be posting it, so good luck to everybody. And there we go, some really cute little shorties. Yeah, that always sits crooked because I have a crooked finger. Bye guys.